Well, good evening. Welcome back to VP4TV. Well, we're almost there. We've got another one-loss side match in this year's 2024 Virtual 9-Ball World Championship. We've got Bedhead from Sweden, one of the two Swedes still left in the tournament. No need to say who the other one is, because he's lined up in a hot seat match that's going to happen at the weekend. More about that in a minute. The match tonight, Bedhead from Sweden against Spectredawn from the UK, brackets England. Race to 13, and that goes ahead in about 4 minutes' time. So that is basically it. If you look at what we have here, we've got Bedhead and Spectredawn going tonight, and then on Sunday evening at 7 o'clock British summer time, so that's 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. You've got Albinario and Cobra, the big hot seat clash, race to 19. And we're down to the wire, because obviously one of these guys is going to head out tonight. But whoever the winner's going to be, MC Clarkey, another one from England, the UK, is lying in wait for the winner of this match tonight. And then, of course, the loser of the hot seat match will come over into the sort of one-loss side final. And then Matt and whoever will battle it out to play them, and then the winner of that will then move over to the final, but that's still to come. Right, give me a second. I'm just going to tab out. Right, well, Steve said he was going to join us. Welcome to Tyler, welcome to Bill. Now, as far as Bill's prediction goes, I'm going to go, I mean, because I've gone for Matt as an outsider to win this, I've got to go for Bedhead with the same score. I'm going to go Bedhead 13-9, purely and simply because Bedhead has to get through to take out Spectredawn, and then of course Matt has to take Bedhead out if Matt's going to go all the way. So, as I said, Steve said he's going to be here. So, what time is it? Well, we're 2 minutes away. And good afternoon and good evening.
Good afternoon, good evening.
Well, Bill has predicted a 13-9 win to Spectredawn. Now, I couldn't disagree with that, but I was just saying to the guys that I've got to go for exactly the same score in Bedhead's favour because of my pick for the outside chance of winning this, who is Matt, who waits for the winner of this match. So I'm going 13-9 Bedhead.
Yeah, I think Bedhead. I think Bedhead's actually an underrated player. I mean, he does everything pretty well, and his moving game's a lot better in Spectredawn. So I think the key for Bedhead is get Spectredawn in the moving game, and I think the key for Spectredawn is break and run out a lot.
Well, that's it. I mean, you've just probably hit it in a nutshell. You know, if Bedhead gets into the tactical battle with him, that's where he might mess with Spectredawn's head, and he needs to be aware of that. I'm sure Bedhead's watched enough of these and saw Spectredawn to see where his sort of weakness is, and it's a question of whether he's going to actually put that to the test or whether he's just going to try and outshoot Spectredawn. I don't know whether Bedhead's going to be quite as adept at maybe finding ways out on ugly tables as Spectredawn might be, but you know, that could be a very fine balance between the two of them. Anyway, let's just check this tab because this room's about to go up any second now. Thank you to that for that, Tyler. Your contribution is most welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying the streams. And Fast Eddie says Spectredawn by 4 as well. So again, that's 2 for Spectredawn. The room is up. Let's get in. Spectredawn. In fact, well, surprised they're both in. There's a rush in tonight. Bedhead on the right side. And Spectredawn has won it. So off we go. Now, curiously, I'm wondering why he's lining up there, because he's got a specific line there behind the kitchen.
Yeah, I think that's where he was breaking from before.
Yeah, so he's like what, 3 inches short of the actual kitchen line when he's breaking.
He's got the one in, but no joy. And this is a tough one to push out on. I mean, you can kick at this, you can push out to a jump shot, you can push out to a kick shot. You could push this down to the end rail, because it's a little tricky dealing with it.
Is it actually worthwhile pushing out? Why doesn't he just, well, I think, of course, he's pushed to there, but he can still be in trouble.
Yeah, I would have pushed it a little further to the end rail, but...
why didn't he ever go at the kick up and down the table to knock the 2 in?
Well, I mean, this isn't a bad play, because it's sitting funny. It's hard to do much with the 2-ball and get safe.
Well, I'm surprised. I mean, Bedhead's looking at trying to duck from this too as well, trying to get back into the corner. That's well done.
See, and that was because he didn't push it down to the end rail. If he would have pushed it down further, then Bedhead wouldn't have been able to do that to him.
Oh, welcome to Chimpy, who's suddenly come out the woodwork. He's been gone for a few weeks. Welcome to Run Out Rob.
I think we're going to see another safety here. And this is what Bedhead needs to do.
Yeah.
Play safe, get ball in hand, run out.
Welcome to Slim.
This is really the way all players should play. It's just that most VPers don't play safe that well.
He hasn't got there.
And that's a big mistake.
Yeah, it's a big mistake. The question is whether Spectredawn's going to punish him for it. Now, I think he's got to take it into the top left corner, because that's the one surefire way of having a decent shot now in the 4. I mean, if he goes the other way, this cue ball's going funny angles, I think. Yeah, that was very well done. So, Bedhead might be getting a lesson here on getting the safeties good.
Well, I think the mistake he made there was he tried to finesse that one, and he should have hit it with more speed, because you come off the rail and bump the 8-ball, you can use the 8-ball to slow you down. He needed to take the 2-ball and take it across towards the 7 instead of, hitting it a foot.
Bit of right, missed the jaw, and...
Watch out.
Well...
a little overhit, but he's fine.
He's gone to the funny spot, but I think he's got to watch that side pocket, so he might jack up here.
I think he can get to the rail. I think he can just roll this, get to the rail between the... He's not going to chance it. He's going to jack up.
He's listening to the little voice in his head, you see, because he's got the same idea that cue ball was wanting to go somewhere he didn't want it to go.
Well, if you're not sure, why take the chance?
APA tries this weekend, Steve. Whatever that means, that's obviously 8-ball or something, is it not?
APA is the league. I don't know what tries are.
Or is it trials? Maybe it's an abbreviation, I don't know. Well, Bedhead tried the moving game and failed in the second attempt and has paid the price. And Spectredawn again lining up. I don't know what he's using as a marker though. He's looking at the side rail, but I mean he's nowhere near the first diamond and the second diamond. But
no, he's making the 1-ball. That's twice he's made it, and well, at least he's not hooked. Well, I think the 2-ball goes if he wants to shoot it past the 5, but it's tight.
Yeah, it goes in off the jaw. League playoffs 9-ball triannuals. Good evening to Hairpig. Good afternoon, and that's well done as well. Well, this is the usual story here with a table like this for Spectredawn.
Well, if he keeps breaking like that, it could be a short match.
Well, I never noticed him in his any previous match where he was looking around and lining up on that rail. So he's obviously went away and done something and worked out something. Whether it may, well, you know, it might be just a psychological thing, but it's working for him. He's getting the balls in the break. So no hint that he's going to change that for the rest of the match. So a comfortable start for Spectredawn. Ended up winning the safety battle through an opponent error. And 2-0.
Well, very, very simple out. That's the kind you want. He didn't have to do anything fancy at all. Yeah, he's doing the same thing. He's breaking from the same spot, and he's going to hit this one ball just dead on.
Well, the one ball stayed well away this time.
Well, he didn't get it going towards the side pocket like he did last time.
Now, do you just bank this one ball and stop the cue ball behind the 4?
Yeah, you got to be a little careful with this, though. It's a little speed sensitive. It's that's a little tricky, to be honest with you. It's a little speed sensitive. And you could make the 5. You could end up hooking yourself. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that can go wrong here if he plays that safety. But when you hit it like that, you hit it real good.
Yeah.
Good control of the speed on the one ball.
I
good
thought
control
it was
on the direction.
quite easy to play it.
Well, you know, I'm always looking for what can go wrong with this, and there was definitely stuff that could go wrong.
Well, this is not an easy starter, let alone where the 2 ball is now. If he's just going to take his medicine, he's going to let this 2 ball run out.
Oh, I think you got to shoot this and just stun it over to the side rail and shoot the 2-7. I mean, he's looking to play safe. And this safe's a little tricky. You could scratch on this if he's doing what I think he's doing. Well, he avoided the scratch.
Chasing the 1 ball.
And I think he's got it.
Yeah.
Could be a real good one, too. Yeah, he's going to have to kick off the end rail, I think. Nice shot.
Well, this is still not a gimme out here because of where the 2 ball is and also where that 6 ball's sitting. So I think for Bedhead, if he decides he's not going to try, I mean, he's got a 4 ball there that can give him a bump onto the 6. Is he going to take a risk there where he might still have a cut in the 5? Oh, well, he can't do that, though. He can't do that.
I think, you know, when I say Bedhead wants to be in a moving game, it doesn't mean play safe every shot. It means play safe when the safe is a lot better than the shot.
Exactly, yeah.
I think he should have shot the first 1 ball. And, you know, no matter what happens, when Bedhead gets opportunities, he's got to run out. He can play the greatest safeties in the world, but if he can't run out, he's in trouble. And there's a mistake by Spectre.
Well, he's going to put himself in a situation where he's going to have to start running out Bedhead if it keeps up like that.
Yeah, well, this was very fortunate. I'm pretty sure he was shooting a combo. Maybe he was playing safe. If he was, it was a pretty good safety.
I think he.
Look at this hit.
Yeah, he had played to get onto the combo, but he wasn't sitting good on it. But I think he thought, well, I might as well play it, seeing as that's what his intention was going to be anyway.
Yeah, I think he can run out from here, and the reason why I'm saying that is the 6, there's a lot of options. You can shoot in some pockets, you can bank it, you can use the 4 to break it out, where the 5 is you'll have a shot.
Yeah,
I would be trying to run out here.
Yeah, I think it wouldn't be a bad thing if he cut that 4 into the side and bumped the back of the 6, and he would still have a cut in the 5. Oh, well, got to get out behind the 8. So let's see what he's thinking is. Now he's got a good angle to get a good angle on this 4 ball to do what I'm talking about, just to go to the rail and kick the back of that 6 ball off this 4. So
yeah, the 5 to the 6 is the 5 to the 6 is a little tricky with a 5 setting, so I would try to bump the 6 there.
That's perfect. I mean, he's got no excuse now. I mean, even if he splits the 2 of them, he'd be unlucky to finish behind the 6. And that's exactly it.
Well, that's well done.
Welcome to Semi-Pro. Welcome to Mark or Steve-O.
Sonny's here.
For anybody who doesn't know.
Yep. Hey, Mark. Hair Pig, Semi-Pro, everybody's coming in here.
Right, so 5 balls good. And that's, well, it's gone to the funny spot, but I don't think Spectredawn blinks at these. He's fine.
No. This is the kind of shot that good players are going to make. Because it comes up all the time.
Well, Bedhead's the one that's blinked. He's made the mistake. What pot was it he missed? Was it that 1 ball he missed?
No, in this rack? Remember,
in the second rack. It was Bedhead that missed a pot.
Yeah, it was the second rack he missed the 1 ball, yeah. He played a bad safe in the first rack, and in this rack, he didn't take the shot, and then, or was it this rack? I'm already forgetting. All I know is it's going to be 3-0 here real quick.
Yeah, and you know, this could end up a very ugly score very quickly here if Spectredawn gets this break kicking in again. Let's look at what he's doing.
Well, the last one was dry, but he seems to be having some success. He seems to be having success making a 1 ball. Now, if he's going to make the 1 ball across on the side, he probably has to hit it maybe very slightly on the right side. I mean, very slightly. It's almost dead on.
I'm looking to see whether he's lining up with the window pane, that slat that's going down the way, because he's not lining up with anything on the rail.
And that was low. I don't know if he's trying to make the 1, but that's another dry break, I think, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, well, here's a good opportunity to duck for cover here.
Now, if you're going to play this, well, he's going to take the 1 ball up. He's going to play the simplest safe. I think this is probably the right shot, too.
Oh, did he get a double kiss there?
I don't think so.
Well, anyway, he's okay.
Yeah, I mean, this strategy is good, but when he gets a chance, he's got to run out.
You're right, Rob. Yeah, it was Spectredawn that made a mistake as well and got lucky. He never left anything on. So Spectredawn, using his head, quite happy to give up ball in hand. Although, having said that, you know, it's not impossible to get down onto that 3 ball. So Bedhead's looking at where he wants to get in the 2. So
you need to play the 2 in the corner by the 6 so you can slide over.
So
you just need a little angle. Yeah.
So let's see if we can get the plan into action here.
Well, that tactic typically, you know, trying to lock balls up, typically doesn't work that great against good players unless you can really make it ugly.
No, this isn't going to be good.
Yeah. And that's, you know, when you got ball in hand, you've got to be able to leave that angle. If you leave it a little too much, you can maybe deal with it. But
he's going to
try
and try and sneak in behind the 6.
Yeah, he's just going to play safe.
Lock him up again. Yeah.
This is a smart thing to do though, because now he'll have him on 2, and he's got a chance to pin this on the 9. You just want to stun it and just kind of move it over just slightly. Well, he may have not done that because of where the 8 was.
Welcome to Coldest Pillow. So if he doesn't get the hit this time, he'll be on 2, but I don't think he'll be going for 3 fills the way this table's set up.
No, it's too good.
He's got the hit. So here's a bit of pressure for Bedhead here. 3-0 down and a table that you every day you're going to get out on. So at the make or break shots, getting up and getting good in the 6th. You would think that he's going to leave himself plenty of room so that he can get out of that 6 ball and not interfere with the 9 ball, so he can get back up for the 7.
Well, you got to wonder if Bedhead was a little nervous at the start of this match. I mean, Bedhead's a very good player. Spectredawn sure looked like he was ready to go.
Now you see, now he's got to make a choice here. I mean, he can thin cut this and it'll still come down, and he shouldn't be hitting the 9.
No, you can just he doesn't need to. He can come down straight down the table. I mean, you can go around if you want too.
Well, it needs to just slow up. That'll do it.
So Bedhead's going to get off the nut, which is always a good thing.
Well, I'll hedge my bets on that till I see the 9 going in.
Come on. Have some faith. He's a good player.
Well, now would be the perfect time to get a response, get his own break working.
Yeah. If he doesn't make one, he needs something that's not good for Spec. He doesn't want to start doing sellout breaks.
Well, balls are going in. How's the 1 ball? Well, I think it's going to be blocked off here.
But that's okay. Now, normally the pusher would have the disadvantage, but between Bedhead and Spec, I don't think Bedhead's really at a disadvantage pushing.
Well, I don't think he wants to be anywhere near the bottom end of this table when he's pushing.
What is he doing?
I don't know what the hell he's doing, but he wants to stay well away from it. He just wants to leave an edge of that 1 ball showing. Why doesn't he just go there? Why doesn't he just, if I get my line to work, why doesn't he just go to there?
There's some pretty simple pushes he could do. Just leave the edge of the ball. I don't know what he's doing.
No, in fact, he can't even go to there. Why doesn't he just go to there?
I don't know what he's doing.
Well, that's a foul. I mean, that's crazy. Did he push? Yeah, no, he didn't.
I think he had it turned on and then turned it off.
Yeah,
I just don't get that.
I don't know that he knows what exactly he did there, because at 1 minute he was calling a push, the next minute he's trying to squeeze behind the back of the 7 to kick the 6 and hits the 7. I mean that is falling apart at the seams in one shot there.
Yeah. Now, granted, pushing to leave an edge on that 1 wasn't a wonderful thing to do. But you could push to leave a little bit more than an edge, give yourself something that you think you can deal with.
Well, my second choice that I put up there was probably a better choice than what Bedhead came up with. I mean, you were leaving half the 1 ball showing, and you were more than likely going to get it given back to you, but you could cross-cut that and bring it onto the short rail and duck back up table.
And I thought the shot he was trying to shoot was pretty sketchy. It was pretty hard to hit the 1.
But that's a huge mistake, and it could be very, very costly.
Yeah, he can't afford to do that in the moving game. I mean, he's supposed to have the advantage. He can't afford to give his advantage away.
This might be bad. This might be bad. Well, he's going to get a reprieve, and I mean, you're not jumping that because the 8 ball's too far away, even with a playing cue. So he might get a reprieve here.
He's going to try to kick it in, I think, which is a reasonable thing to do. I mean,
yeah, I don't have any problem with that.
That's a pretty easy kick. I mean, I
think he should be.
I would be trying to kick this in. I don't know why he's doing this.
I think every other player would have went for the kick in here, but he's hoping to get a roll, and I mean, that isn't bad.
No.
And it's called Bedhead's bluff here for a bank.
Yeah, bank or cut or whatever he wants to do.
That might not be a bad outcome here for Spectredawn, because Bedhead can't refuse this. I think he's got to go for it. He ain't going to get there, but how's his luck? Is it going to be over the side? Is it going to get past? No, it ain't.
No love.
What internet provider are you with? I've been with BT for goodness knows how many years. I've lost count. I mean, maybe, how long? Maybe 15 years I've been with them now. Now, what's he going to do? Is he going to let this run and play the 8 into the side? Or is he going to hold it off to play the 8 past the 9? Yeah, just letting it run up. Watch that side pocket. Oh, goodness me. Well, this is... It's ugly, whatever way you look at it. A very dodgy cut into the side. But I think you can thin cut this into the side and just let the cue ball run out. And he's going to be on the 9. I don't think there's any worry about the scratch.
That's what I'd be doing.
Yeah.
I would be cutting it in the side.
My internet is going down daily. I need to move from Virgin. There you go. Loads of room. Well, what I'd be doing is I'd be phoning up Virgin and asking them what the hell's the problem. That's what I'd be asking them.
Good luck getting any kind of customer service out of a telecom.
Well, Spectredawn, I'm sure he's lining up with that post. See that? Let me get my little arrow thing working. I think he's lining up. I think he's lining up with that there.
Well, that was pretty good. We've got 2 balls down, and this is a little tricky, but he's got a shot here where he can run into the 2 ball. If he runs into the 2, it should go to the end rail, and he should be out. He hit the 6.
Well,
he hit that hard, too.
That'll work.
But that'll work. I would have tried to control it a little better, but he came out good. And it's going to be 5-1.
Oh yeah, this could be an embarrassing result here.
Did anybody pick 13-2?
No.
I think Hairpig's here. I see Hairpig in the chat.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, it's not morning here. Just thought
it's morning where? You're on the West Coast?
No, I'm East Coast.
Oh, yeah, you're in the afternoon. Yeah, you're in like Maryland or something, aren't you?
Virginia, but yeah,
close.
DC suburbs.
Fairfax.
Yep.
Work for the CIA.
Something like that.
Well, I think it's dry. And a shot. Well, this is a must. They're all on.
They're all there.
Yeah, well, it's kind of getting to now or never point pretty quick, even though we're pretty early in this match.
You could get weird trying to get from the 7 to the 8. I feel like that's the only source of trouble.
I think he's got to be really careful how he gets on this 7, because the big worry obviously is the 9 ball and interfering with the 9, and that could really put you in a...
Well, the key is getting on the 6 good, and then, you want to be pretty straight. If you're cutting it back a little left, that's fine too. I mean, you just got to get on the 6 ball good. And this is actually the trickiest part right here, is the 5 to the 6, because the 5's against the rail, so it's a little speed sensitive. He's going forward, which I think is a smart play to get it on a good line.
Now, even if he's running forward in this 6 ball and coming off the short rail and back into the table, he should still be reasonable.
Well, I think he'll be. I think he'll have a nice angle. Oh, he hit that terrible. He hit the rail first.
He's going. In fact, this is worse than what I thought.
Yeah, this is terrible.
Well,
he hit rail first on that 5 ball. When you see the cue ball act like that, that's because it hit the rail before it hit the 5.
Well, he might have to take his medicine here and just try and duck behind this 9 and snooker Spectredawn, unless he gets really greedy here and tries something crazy.
He can go forward.
Well, he's
going to play off this. So this shot you want to hit with right English. So you're going to come off the 9 and come around, and he obviously has recognized that.
He's got to get out to here at least. He doesn't want to leave this short in this 8 ball. Oh dear.
Oh boy, he missed the ball.
That's
deflected to the thin side, I think.
You see that brutal. 9 ball was playing in his mind. And, that's what we spoke about earlier, how good he finishes on the 7 as to whether he's going to interfere with this 9. And then, of course, he's thinking more about that and forgets the pot. So he's hammering nails into his coffin here, Bedhead. That's 2 in already.
Yeah, and you don't, Spectre's not going to miss this. You can hope he gets funny on the 8. It's going to be good on the 8.
Yeah.
He went the extra rail and got perfect.
Yeah, I think that's smart. Trying to control the speed on that to only come off 2 is tricky.
Well, that next mistake, I should say, from Bedhead could cost him another 2 or 3 racks, and the match is heading away from him very quickly.
Well, I mean, this is one of those matches where Bedhead is getting some chances and not making it through when he gets them. I mean, he hasn't gotten tons of them, but the chances he's got, he's frittered away.
Well, EE is just a subsidiary of BTE anyway, semi-pro. So you're in the same line whether you're with BT or with EE.
Once you get on fiber, there's not a whole lot of problems.
No, I've had fiber for what, I don't know how many years now, and I've never a problem.
We have the occasional outage, but they're big outages.
Well, the only outage I had the other week,
like our neighborhood is out.
Well, I had a power failure, but that was a completely different thing. Nothing to do with the internet. Everything went down. But no, my internet connection is very stable. Oh, that's a good shot. Where's the cue ball going?
Ooh, it's perfect.
Well, he got a little rub there on the 7, and it could have been bad, but it ends up good.
Yeah, so, I'm not sure. It might even be better than it was going to be before he ran into that ball.
Just middle of the table, below the halfway line in these side pockets. He needs to get there. He needs to get there. That's poor.
Well, that's that inside English is going to kill it some. You got to hit it harder. You got to be confident in knowing that. I'm sure he knows that, but sometimes it's hard to get yourself to hit it as hard as you need to, especially with the 7 sitting there.
Now
he can still cut this ball.
Yeah, he can still cut this. Now the question is whether he's going to. Yeah, I was just about to say he's going to hit the 9, and he's
look at this.
Look at this. Oh dear.
He shits it in.
Oh dear.
Tell me it's going your way.
If you ever wanted a good example of what's wrong with 9 ball, that's it.
There you go. There's a kick below the belt there, if ever you've seen one.
Yeah, like things weren't going bad enough for Bedhead.
Spectre says sorry, and he actually means it, unlike a lot of people on here. But
Yeah, I would never,
counts
I
either
would
way.
never even say sorry. I mean, I would never say sorry.
No,
No,
I
You
don't.
wouldn't.
I would never
I
utter
never
those
do.
words. Not a chance. Because sure as shit, it's going to even out one way or another. Oh, and balls are flying. And look at the 9 ball again. Oh dear.
Wow.
And the only saving grace here is at least Spectredawn's got to make a pot here. Because other than that, this is all over.
Just one, though, because position's natural, so...
He's got to execute here.
He's got one shot to make.
I think he'll hit this with draw and left.
Yeah.
Well,
any other way, and you have to do something weird and touchy.
Yeah. And you can attack this ball, and this is a shot like in real life that this is a shot you like because you can attack it. It's hard to overhit it and put it in the side pocket.
He didn't put enough draw on
Oh,
that.
he might even flick it. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
Oh. Well,
there is justice.
Oh dear.
That'll gift one back then.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I thought.
I mean,
Bedhead can't afford to exchange gifts at this point. He needs to be like that package thief that you see on the doorbell cams. He needs to be stealing everything.
Steal a package here. Run a little 5-pack.
Catch up. a big comeback now, and it ain't happening. Oh no.
All right. Well, let's see what Spectre does for a push.
He could jump the one. He only has to get over the edge of each ball.
Yeah.
That's
that would be far, brave. Though. It's a bit far over the 2, though. I mean, I could give him over the edge of the 8, but not over the edge of the 2. I think if we got over the edge of the 8, we'd hit the 2.
Yeah, and when you have the push out available, you can't be taking the jump if it's not a guaranteed hit anyway.
Let's see if he just decides to roll just at the 6. I mean, this cut, it's going to be hard to get to the tit. He's going to leave him a cut, I think. He's pushing down the other end. This is terrible. Wow. That's certainly not a very good push.
It's not what you want to do.
Well,
I couldn't tell what he wanted to do.
I've got to say this. Where that cue ball was sitting and looking at where the 6 and the 7 is, couldn't he have gone to the long rail on the other side there and tried to kick the one in again? I think he might have been able to.
He could have, but you're risking giving him ball in hand.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
when you have a push out available.
It's still better than this, though, isn't it?
Well, you could have just rolled up and bumped the 7 or something and left him a cut that I don't think anybody wants to shoot because of the scratch.
Oh no! Look at this. Never a doubt.
I mean, it wouldn't be a wonderful push, but you get out of the situation. That was a crazy shot he shot.
No, is he going to catch that 6?
Push to a safety anyway there.
He needs to hit this. If he thinks he's going to catch any of that 6, he's got to hit this. The reason I say that is because he could end up doing this.
I think he was trying not to hit the 6.
Yeah, well, that was inevitable. If that 6 took any pace off that cue ball, you had those balls in line to the 3, and that's what's happened.
Yeah, if he had avoided the 6, he could have gone forward 2 rails.
But the commentators, said he was going to take some of the 6, and I'm never wrong.
I'd probably try to kick this in the side pocket, not too hard, because you could get it rolled up on the 9. You got the 4 and the 7 that the cube could hide behind.
That's what I'm thinking. I wouldn't be hitting this too hard. I'd be hoping it would roll and cause a mess here somewhere.
He's going to put a little more speed on it, but that's going to be a pretty good result.
Yeah, I'd take that.
Yeah, you got to love that.
Pretty easy hit.
Yeah, coldest pillow. That just shows you don't pay any attention to any of the stuff on my YouTube channel. None whatsoever.
I wouldn't go this way. The 6 takes away the natural line. Yeah, if you go the other way, you get the natural angle, and if you hit it full, you can get cover.
Well, you're another one that doesn't pay any attention whatsoever. Last year, I put the video up on my channel with Yamaguchi Taru running out 101. It's on my channel.
Well, he left a shot in the side pocket, and I think he'll probably shoot it.
So just go to my channel, and in the little search window on my channel, type in Yamaguchi Taru, and it'll show you the video.
And it's looking like it's going to be 8-2. He does have a little funny angle here. Let's see if he can just stop this. I think he'll probably just kind of do a little soft draw stop.
Take the cut, except
he didn't cut it quite enough.
The soft stun, the ball doesn't want to cut.
Well, I'm surprised that Bedhead's made as many mistakes as he's made. 3 big ones so far that I've counted. Table at his mercy here, and big mistake.
Well, at this point in the match, Bedhead can't be too happy.
No, I don't think he will be.
It's tough showing up for these matches and playing good, and I think a lot of players probably have trouble when they're, they've been sitting around or working all day and they come in and they have to play, and it can be tough. I mean, it's hard to show up all the time.
Well, be like Spectredawn, just come in and play around all day. Go out, get your dinner, then come in and play around some more, and then play your match. Because he doesn't seem to have a job anywhere. He spends most of his life in here.
Is that a wing ball? I think it was.
4 balls gone. And what's that angle like in the one? Wrong angle in the one, but he's probably going to leave the cut. He's just going to probably leave the long Bedhead cut in this 2 ball. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. That should give him some angle to use a little outside and even play the 3 in the same pocket as a 2, maybe. If he doesn't like the combo.
Yeah, I think. Well, the problem is playing this soft enough to try and play a combo in the 3-5 with the 8 ball, but there's a chance he could end up doing something daft. He might have to run this. I think he might try and run behind the 7, get out of there, is he not?
Yeah, you can pull this ball 2 rails behind the 7. I mean, the speed's a little tricky, but if you hit it
English
good,
on it, he's checking it up.
He's going to come straight down and miss the ball.
See, that's why you end up missing shots when you start tweaking English on it.
That combo is not really great from where he got either.
And this is a little tricky because the right side of the cue ball, if you can't hit it thin without hitting a tit, I don't think.
He might just barely be okay on the...
He's going to get tit, but he may not get that much of it. Yeah, that's fine.
It bounced out pretty natural.
Well, that's not bad.
And this is where you wanted to be on the combo if you were going to play it. That other angle, I can never visualize it well enough.
Yeah, I don't like combos, period, but...
Is this just another consolation rack for Bedhead? Because he's still got to get down onto this 6 ball.
Well, I mean, it's
watch the side pocket.
It's not over until it's over.
He's nipping back the way here.
Yeah, the side pocket shouldn't be in play.
You think so? That's almost in play as far as I'm concerned, what he did there.
Well, he had plenty of room. See how far away he was from the 8 ball? I mean, he could have been a little closer to the 8.
Oh, semi-pro's defected to Shooter's Pool, has he? Yeah, I could imagine so. That's why he's been posting videos on his YouTube channel. He's trying to dominate over there. So he is. Right. He can't win the big championships over here, so he's waiting to see if he can bully people over there now. Is that what he's doing? Well, here we go. big turnaround with the break for Bedhead needed.
Playing the cut break, and he's also making the wing ball.
Oh, Andy's on the one. Andy can dink off the rail, I think, and get in. Oh, he's got to get. Can he get in past that 6 with that angle? It's a bit straight. He can pinch a bit to try and do it.
Well, he'll just play the short side, I think.
Or will he stay short side? Yeah, I think he might as well, because I think it'd be a bit risky starting to try and do heroic stuff. Well, what do you do here? Just stop it and play the 3 long up table?
Yes, I think so.
Well, that's a strange thing. There was a guy who used to do it on YouTube and Facebook, and you don't see them anymore. They haven't got the stamina for it.
We can't all be Hugh.
Oh, just to clarify the situation, Matt was asking last week why I didn't do Friday Night 9-ball last week. Well, if I can tell you what happened on Thursday morning without getting into a great deal of gory detail. Sorry, not Thursday morning. It would be Friday morning at 2 AM. I woke up in the middle of the night and I thought something isn't right here. And I was correct, something wasn't right. And for the next 2 hours, I had to deal with let's just say a bowel disorder that I had for 2 or 3 hours. And I never slept from 2 o'clock in the morning until I got up and had to go to work. So I had a poor night's sleep on the Thursday night, Friday morning.
What did you eat for dinner Thursday night?
Well, I have to admit, I did have. There was chilies involved, and I think they reacted. They reacted badly.
Mooncakes here, and
good evening to Mooncake.
That is not what Bedhead needs to have happen.
Processed meat, Wit says.
I don't know what. Well, I can't even remember what the chili was. What I had the chili in, I can't remember. Well, 8-4, dry break, cutting the 1. Now this is just a little soft cut in the 1 so that he stays in the gap between the 4 and the 6 here. If he's going to try and get down below it.
Another 3-5 combo to worry about, though.
Oh, he's got far too much of a cut in this one when you get round to it.
Nice, fine. Go 3 rails. Well, I don't know. He kind of wants to go toward the 4. If he gets between the 4 and 6, he'll go 3 rails into open space and be fine. If he hits the 4, he should be fine, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, where that 2 ball is, it's hard not to come up here up good.
Yeah, you got to end up unlucky.
It should go between the 4 and the 6.
Hang on a minute.
That's a funny line.
Well, that'll do it.
Or even that.
He checked that with inside to do that, I'm sure. Which is not what I would have done. But it worked.
Yeah, this 3 is funny. That's the biggest problem. That's not a combo that I would want to shoot.
Well, my answer to that, Eddie, is that by the end of the night, I was no longer full of it. I was evacuated.
Little reset button. Nature's reset button.
And that's well done there.
Andy's pretty good here. Now, does he let this just run around the angles to the short side?
I'd probably stun it across.
Let's see what he does. Yeah,
oh, look at this.
Well, this is Bedhead territory.
I would have gone another 6 feet on that line for the short side. But he hits that shot in the center of pocket every time. So I guess if I could do that, I'd play for that position too.
Soft shot with inside English. That's kind of a tricky shot. It's a lot easier on VP than in real life, I can tell you that. At least from distance like that.
Yeah, I agree. bad news continues for Bedhead then.
That'll be his new nickname, Bad News Bedhead.
It's a movie, right? Walter Matthau?
That was Bad News Bears, wasn't it? Was it about baseball, wasn't it? I think.
It was.
Yeah.
Bad News Bears.
Well, it's a long road back. And it's going to be even further back if Spectredawn swings into action again. Bedhead with his finger across, hoping no. 3 balls gone, 1 ball's going to go safe-ish. So it's a 1-ball game.
Got kind of a two-way shot available. If he banks the 1 ball,
well, what if he banks?
Corner.
Yeah, what if he banks it across corner, runs the queue? He's got to miss the 6 ball though, hasn't he? Though, to try and get up table and leave the cut in the 2.
He chose the simpler safe, but he didn't hook him, so he left that same option for Bedhead.
I think Bedhead will go for it. He could play the sort of 2-in-1 shot, cut the 1, let the cue ball run out. He's got to run out past that 6 though.
Yeah, he wants to kind of hit between the 9 and the corner pocket, coming back across table.
Yeah, that's it.
This is a little tricky because you're going to cut that 1 back. You got to try to put it like towards the center of the end rail, and then use the 4 and 6, and that's pretty tough. Getting them on the 5 ball is a lot easier.
Yeah. This looks like a nice line. That's perfect.
Beautifully judged.
Well, it's perfect, but he who dares with the play cue can jump this.
Yeah, he's going. He hit it so good he'd have to go right over the middle of the 5, which is a lot harder than an edge.
Yeah, this isn't a hard ball to hit. See if he can get lucky. And he tries to soft kick it, and that's no good.
I was way off.
He might have actually made that a wee bit more tricky, believe it or not, for Bedhead. It's only the fact that the 1's very handy. He's right next to the 2.
Well, the 2 ball goes on the side.
Does he want to play it in the side, though?
I wouldn't bother, because you can get automatic on it for the corner with ball in hand on the 1 here.
Well, he doesn't really have to do anything because he pots the 2, kills the cue ball, or at least gets off the rail and plays the 4. He doesn't want to. I mean, he's got to stay the right side of this 4 ball, because if he doesn't, he's then got to just do more work, and he doesn't want to be stuck to the rail doing it.
Yeah, he'll come off the rail a little bit here, though, so even if he were on the wrong side of it.
Now he's either just going to hold back off it. He doesn't want to run forward and run round the back of the 5.
He can, or he can draw to the rail.
Yeah, he's just going to hold off it. Watch the spin, he's fine.
Yeah, there was no way to get bad enough on the 4 that he wasn't going to have some pretty easy option there.
Yeah, Bedhead is still trading games here, and that's just not good enough. He's going to have to start breaking and running rocks.
He's already awkward in this 6 ball now, though.
This is much worse than anything he could have gotten on the 4. He dealt with it. Dealt with it great, actually. Well, Bedhead's showing a little rhythm. If he can start making balls on the break, then he can start making Spectredawn uncomfortable here.
Well, got to. Can't hang about. Got to get it going now. Did you see Dino Kane? Yes, I did. Although it didn't. I mean, I didn't read what it was, what happened to him, but I think he's the only player I've ever seen that came out of New Zealand and played snooker. I didn't ever see any other ones, especially not getting to the World Championships. He used to play with a plaster in his chin. Remember that? He did it as well as that other English guy used to have the plaster in his chin.
grow a little beard. It works better.
He's trying to figure out what to do here. I mean,
well, he was around. He was at the World Championships during the 80s.
Well, at the risk of sounding repetitive, he could cross bank this with safety possibilities if he draws up toward the 5.
yeah, I think that's what he's doing.
Oh, it's not got there. He's not got there.
No good.
Yeah, he kind of wanted to miss it short if he missed it, because then the 1 would be on the rail.
Well,
yeah, missing those long is always a sellout.
Well, the shot now is
extremely lucky.
Get up to that right side pocket and make sure you hit it hard enough you don't hook yourself behind the 3, but that would be the shot, because you're obviously blocked by the 2-9.
Yeah, your best go into the rail. Take it to the long rail. It's hard to hook yourself if you go to the long rail.
I think if you just drag into this 1 ball and spin it around, the only thing that can happen is hook yourself.
He's going straight down the table.
Yeah, he's going to run and top it though. Leave it
awkward. I don't like that play just because of, now you got to deal with this. If he would have gone to the long rail, he would have been pretty straight on the 2.
The reason he did that is simply because he was worried about the 3. He didn't want to fall into that trap.
2 rails toward the 7 and just be okay with it if you bump the 7. Oh. Or there's that.
Yeah, and he can just roll this, so he's probably out here.
Yeah, he doesn't look great, Jimmy White. But I think he's just lost more weight. I think he's went down the sort of the health food thing to lose some weight.
That's well done. He needed either no angle or a lot of angle on the 4, and he went with no angle.
Now is he a bit straight in this, or is he? Let's have a look. No, he's fine. He's fine. He'll just probably could play the 7 long up the table, leave the angle to run to the rail and come out for the 9. Or he could spin up the table or stun up and get to the 7 that way. He had all options available to him there. Steve, is there any plans to add in snooker to get the 167 break?
The golden ball.
Oh, that's bullshit. That'll die a death. That to him. The golden ball. No, that's a copyright thing as well. Semi-pro. There's lawyers involved in that kind of situation, I think.
Do you think Matchroom Snooker is going to come after Solaris?
Well,
you never know.
There's people hit complaints on YouTube when they see videos of it. Any Saudi VP? Well, I think the closest you've got is what's his name from Kuwait. That's near enough Saudi Arabia, is it not?
Bankster,
yeah.
It's across the Gulf from Saudi Arabia.
Well, I think that's asked for trouble there, Spectredawn, because I'm heading up behind that 3 and 5 every day of the week here. That's an invitation to get there.
Yeah, there's no temptation to try to do anything with the 1 because the 3 doesn't go.
Well, I think the one thing he has to be sure of here that he doesn't overhit this 1 ball, because he wants to try and maybe leave that 4 ball there as well as a safety net. Yeah, a bit like that, but now he's got to get cover, and that looks pretty good.
A little nudge on the 5, that's perfect.
Yeah, but that, Spectredawn left himself wide open to that.
Well, he may try to jump this.
Nah, he's never going to do that.
He doesn't jump.
No, he's never going to do that. He's looking for options, but jumping isn't one of them.
He jumps well with the jump cue. I don't think he's one of the jump with the playing cue guys, though.
Well, as long as Tarek isn't a helicopter pilot, that's all I'm saying about that. So Spectredawn trying to
tied the 3 back up.
Yeah, he's trying to lock up again.
Yeah, it doesn't go. So successful in that, at least.
Yeah, and that ball is going to be a lot harder to get to, but it does go
well, this is
it does go in a few pockets.
No,
It's
he's
just
running
tough to
into
get
it.
to.
He's running into it right now, so he's still got a shot in the two. Well, he's going to know this. He's not done it at all. I don't know what the hell that was. I don't know what that was, Bedhead.
He's just hampering his own queuing is
Yeah.
what he's doing.
I mean, ideally, you would want to run at the 9-ball here. It's a little tricky with the angle he's got.
Yeah, he could still end up with a shot.
I mean, regardless, you want to get close to it if you're going to play safe or whatever. I punch this with right. That looks like he's doing. He's going to try to run this at the 9-ball.
You can't play it too hard though, because the high karate effect is pretty big.
Too far.
In this game.
He's gone too far because he was wanting to finish sort of there so he could nail him, and now he's scratching his head here.
Well, he didn't get enough English on it. That was tricky with the angle he had to get it to open up enough.
Is the carom on the 5 playable? It kind of almost looks like it.
I think it is. I think if you hit that with, you'd have to hit it with probably a little bit of left English just to get the cue ball to grab really quick. But I definitely think you can play it.
I feel like I kind of would because he landed real weird for the safeties.
Yeah, I definitely would. I mean, it's easier in the safe.
Well, if you bump the 9 out from the rail a little, then
that was a pretty slick safety. That's like a double kiss off the 9.
Can see Napnick has been crawling through Google there, haven't you? Or through Wikipedia to come up with that stat.
Mert O'Donnell. What a name Mert is.
Well, he's got to say he's got Irish blood then. That's never going to get there, is it? Oh, yes, it is. Oh, hang on a minute. I thought
not going to do him any favors in the end.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, he's tried that soft kick a couple times and it hasn't worked for him yet.
Yeah, it would have been okay if he'd hit the ball very full, but on the top side where he hit it, it wasn't going to work.
Yeah. Now you remember there's a video on YouTube of Tony Drago doing a century break in just over 3 minutes. Well, you know there's actually a video on YouTube of Alex Higgins doing a century break in under 3 minutes. You want to check that out. If you think Alex Higgins wasn't fast, you want to look at him in that break that I saw the other day. I hadn't seen it before. It was obviously a working men's club, and the table pockets were probably like buckets compared to the World Championship tables.
If he can break a couple and run a couple racks here, we'll have a match.
Well, there was that pattern there until he got nudged, and I don't think anything has gone.
Certainly not got a shot on the 1 anyway.
Yeah, it didn't sell out at least.
I've got a question.
Spectredawn does here for safety.
I've got a question to ask you guys in the stream. Who the hell is Mark Selby with the US flag if he's not Mr. Fox? Answer me that one.
Mark with a C, Selby. I noticed him earlier.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything else other than.
Now that's a pretty bad play right there.
Yeah, what was he trying to do?
He was trying to bump the 1 behind the 2, but you got to take the cue ball up table when you try that. Go past the 3 and try to go to the end rail. That was a do or die shot.
Well, there's another do or die shot coming here for Bedhead in a minute or two if he can get there.
Well, I mean, it's not an easy rack. See if he plays to get on the 3 where he can move the 4. You can also play behind the 4. I mean, the 4 goes up table. I'm not sure what he's trying to do here.
I don't know. Can he go forward and miss the 8 ball and come off the side rail and get in behind the 4 at the back?
I think he can. Yeah, I do think he's got enough room to do that.
It looks funny.
No,
I think he can do it.
You think he can? Oh yes, he can. It needs to spin
though.
He needs to hit it. Well, at least he can do the lock up. Oh no, he can't. He hasn't even got there for that. But the cut is on.
I think he's going to be a shooter.
Yeah, he's called his own bluff here by playing that sort of crappy. He's going to have to go all the way.
Yeah, this is a big shot for Bedhead.
Yeah, the other problem is he's got to keep thinking about this 5 ball because he can't baby this in, and the cue ball ends up behind the 7 and 9, and no shot.
He's going 3 rails to the
very
center
well
of the
done,
table.
and that is beautiful. He's got out.
Yeah. Now he needs to get good on the 6 so he can just kind of like stop it and be on the 7. And this shouldn't be difficult. He can go forward off the end rail and get real good on it.
If he comes a little past his position, he's fine. If he goes or if he comes up short is where it gets weird.
Oh, I think he can just stop this and he'll still be fine.
Or he can go to the end rail if he wants.
Yeah.
He's got 1 break and run. He needs at least 1 more.
Yeah, I remember that name, Regmont. I couldn't remember what it was about, though. Yeah, I remember that.
Ridgemont.
Off the rail. How's he sitting here? Well, that's fine. Dead weight, drop it in, he's fine. Right, well, the run needs to keep going.
Bedhead is hanging into this match and playing better as it goes on. He might have a chance.
That's right. I remember now, Napnicker. You're right. He ended up in a match against himself because he had 2 profiles in the tournament. Well, what's that 9 ball? 4 balls gone. Mind you, the 9 ball would have come back up anyway.
It's a low pressure match for you anyway.
Here we go. He's got a pretty good table here.
Well,
got to make the first ball.
He needs to make this combo and not get the 1 ball frozen on the rail.
Yeah, because he could be shooting it from the 9 and 6 ball here if he doesn't hit, depending on how hard he hits this. Well, he's missed the 9 and he's good as far as having a pot in the 1. He might not be that particularly great for the 2.
Well, the 2 goes past the 5, so he can draw back across the table here if he wants.
Yeah, he can draw back either.
Well,
he can draw back to either side. Just depends on how hard he wants to hit it. He looks like he's going forward. He's going to draw this.
He might he's got to try and get there to make this a decent go. Now, where's the cue ball going? Well, that'll do it. A little roll there. Now, how's the 6 ball sitting? Where do you want to get in the 6? Well, the 6 is fine. As long as you're good on the 5, you can come around this side of it if you're going that way.
Well, ideally, you want to be on the long rail for this 5 ball, and that's not ideally where you don't want to be.
See, that's the only place you don't want to be sitting. He's sitting bolt straight in the 5, so
he should have taken it right over the long rails, so you could go 1 or 2 rails on the 6.
So it's not that bad. He
long rail, short rail, and out. Don't overhit it though. Don't overhit it. Well, he's still got what to do.
Yeah, he can stun across the face of the 9 for the 9 back in the other corner.
No, I will obviously get booted out of the tournament if I remember rightly.
Let's see what is he going to bump it? Is he going to avoid it?
Well, you see, natural instinct tells you want to sort of hold off this 6 ball. You don't want to be running into the 9. If you can
I'd be playing it to shoot it in the other corner. Yeah. I'd just draw it soft and shoot the 9 in the opposite corner.
Yeah, he's doing the right thing here. He's got to come off this. Now it needs to get there.
That's great.
Good enough.
That'll do it.
Well, he's done. He ran out and he broke and run 2 more. So I mean, this is what he needs to do if he's going to win this match. See if he can keep it going.
He switched break. He was cutting him earlier.
7's gone as well. Oh well, he's again. I mean, this may well be an easy lock up here. Oh yes, but the 1 doesn't go. So
it's a little tough because you gotta make the one travel to make sure you get a rail.
You just gotta not make the 8-ball.
Yeah, he hit it good.
Well, good shot there. He got him on the 6. He's got him pretty damn close to it. That's very nice.
3-8 is available if he gets ball in hand.
You know, when the 4 does go in the side pocket, you have to throw it a little maybe. So let's see what Spectredawn can come up with here.
Well, if he gets the right hit in this one ball, he could have been Bedhead in trouble as long as he doesn't scratch off the one.
The scratch is kind of huge, though.
Yeah,
as you point out.
I don't like the line he's taking. Is he going long rail, short rail, long rail, and trying to come around four or five rails here? No, he is trying to get there, and he avoided the scratch.
That scratch was big.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just thin enough.
I don't know that I would have played it at that pace, though. I think I would have played it a lot softer, just to to try and leave the cue ball down in the corner and get lucky.
I agree.
Well,
and I suppose
got a great opportunity here.
Well, I suppose the one other reason for not hitting it too hard is that you don't want to start disturbing balls that are sort of awkward. I mean, the 3 and 8 aren't that awkward. You make the combo, but the 4 and 6 are not perfect, I don't think.
Yeah, I think the 4 and 6 aren't too bad. That's almost, not good.
That's almost got ugly, has it?
Well, I mean,
he's okay.
Fine, except he's got to send the cue ball traveling.
He
didn't really want to.
It was almost bound to do that unless he, took a chance on the pocket.
Well, I don't know
he's
whether
not playing it.
See, the 4 ball goes if he potted that and run the cue ball around and up the table. The 4 ball goes into the same corner here.
Yeah, I can't believe he didn't play that ball.
Well, I suppose I'll give him that because he's played a decent safety.
It's quite a good safety, but I still can't believe he didn't play it.
Well, I'm surprised as well because you look at that 4 ball. If he tracked that cue ball around the table there, he was on the 4 into the same corner.
Yeah, I don't think it was a terrible play. I mean, that was kind of a 50-50 choice, but
and at least
going to work out well.
I mean, again, he was running that at pace there. He didn't hit the 6 and 4. It still leaves it a wee bit awkward, but now Bedhead should realise that the 4 goes.
The good thing about that, you want to leave it a little angle so you can throw the ball. That actually makes it a little easier, I think, having a little angle on the 4 ball.
So he's got to stay.
That and getting on the 5.
He's got to stay this side of the 4 to the 6, if you know what I mean, so that he's heading down to the 5. But it looks like he's going another route. He isn't. Yeah, he's perfect. Well, that's what he could have done 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, but he got perfect on it. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it was terrible playing safe there. It was such an easy safety play.
Right, now, got to take the 6 into the side because he's got a big margin of error here to let this cue ball just run to the rail or pop up. Whether he goes too high or too low, he's going to have a pot.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, so just roll through in this 6. Take the 9 into the other corner pocket.
Yeah, or he could come back
or
either way.
Hold it back, yeah. Whatever he wants to do. Now, again, see, I would have let it roll out because that way you're straight down the barrel. With this one, he's not.
Yeah, that was a little confusing.
I would have just let that run out there so I'm looking right down the line into the pocket rather than this.
Yeah, he went out of his way to get missable.
Yeah. Well, he's almost there. That's all we're saying for the time being.
Well, this is certainly an impressive run by Bedhead.
1 ball is gone. 2 balls coming into play. Is it rolling up to the side? Well, he's going to have a cut. Oh, no. Well,
that's a pretty steep
he has to cut in the corner.
Yeah,
he could go either way. The biggest problem with the cut is where's the cue ball going? It's going to hit the 9. Is it going to sit good enough for the 3? I think it will.
I would play in the corner.
I'd probably cut in the side here.
Good evening to Matt. Yeah, he's took the 9. Oh, Andy's returned the favour, and we're 10 apiece.
There we go.
And now Bedhead apologises. Well, I told you he evens out. There you go. Andy's got another ball. And he's got a shot in the one if the 5 ball stays out of the way. And he's going to be out.
So that's 5 in a row for Bedhead.
Yeah.
I don't care. He ran out on Spectredawn's break, and then he broke and ran 4 so far.
Well, he's looking for the record here.
No, there have been safeties. They haven't been breaking runs.
Yeah, but I mean.
Well, yeah, he's controlled the table. I mean, Spec has not had a chance other than kicking at balls.
Well, the Rack's high run record's in jeopardy here, Slim. If you're listening.
Well, no, it's not. He played.
It's not. He played a safe last rack.
Oh, did he? Ah, right.
Yeah, remember the safety? He didn't play the shot you wanted him to play.
Ooh.
Well.
Got a little weird on the 4. I guess
it'd been nice to slide over a little more.
Mm.
It won't be hard to hold it for the 5. It's just a
little
bit of a missable angle.
Yeah, well, he's fine. Well, my prophecy might still come true, although Spectredawn's got one more rack than I gave him, I think. But, Bill called it 13-9
Good evening to Matt.
And I called it 13-9.
Overhit that one a little bit, but that's the way you want to do it. At least he's on the good side of it. Be nice if you weren't on the rail here, though.
But scratch in the corner isn't in play, is it? If he follows,
as long as he hits it, it's not.
I don't like this.
As long as he puts a little speed on it, it's not in play.
He doesn't want to risk
overcut it. Oh, I thought he'd overcut it.
He did hit it in the thin side of the pocket.
I'm getting excited. I thought that was going to hit the point.
Yeah, in real life, you'd probably hit that with some right English and hit it hard enough to get the end rail, and the English helps kill it. It works against the angle. And
in real life, I'm much less likely to ever play that jack up in order to stun it, even though it's frozen to the rail kind of shot.
Well, when you got other options, you wouldn't. I mean, and I thought he had other options, but...
And jacking up and maintaining accuracy is so much more doable in virtual pool than it is in real life. I could miss that entire ball jacking up 45 degrees on it in real life.
Who would have thought this half an hour ago? Bedhead 11-10 up. 3 ball into the side, 8 ball into the side.
6 games in a row.
7 ball needs to get out of the way.
Spoil it?
And he's out again.
Another golden opportunity.
When the ball's kind of spinning like that, it'll travel further. You know, it's not just a dead roll where it's got some twirl going on it.
Well, he's going to be breaking for the match here in about.
Now that didn't used to be the case with the old thick cloth, but with the Simonis type cloth, you can, by putting English on the ball and getting it spinning, you can make it go sideways for a long ways. All right, so let's see what he's going to do here. Is he going to play straight across?
I think good on the 5.
He may play. He looks like he might be playing to the other side of the side pocket here.
No, I think he just wants to flirt with the 7.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Uh-oh. I don't know.
Well, he can shoot this 4 ball.
He can.
And I think he's going to. I mean, he can shoot this 4 ball and get to the end rail.
Well, he doesn't want to hit the 6. He wants to,
kind
of stun it.
He won't hit the 6 here. He just straight top here and just hit the 4. It's just natural going to come off the end rail and come out.
A 6 isn't in play with pure top?
No. If you put English on it, it could be. But if you just hit this with a center, it should just come straight out. It's not going to hit that far from the corner pocket. It's going to be actually pretty close to it. He looks like he's putting a tad bit of English on it.
That's not getting there. That ain't getting there.
Oh, well, he overcut it.
The other side of the
and he put a little English on it.
Wow.
Well, that's a big mistake there. I thought he should have gone straight across on the 2 ball to above the side pocket and shot the 4 in the corner.
Why didn't he play into the open country? Because there was plenty of room.
Well, he tried to draw it past the other side. I think he was going to shoot the 4 up table, and he didn't get it past the 7 ball.
Well, the 5 doesn't pass the 6, so he needed a position route to get to the right side of the 5. And I think that was...
Well, the irony about that is that may well be his last shot. You never know.
Yeah, well, I mean, all good things got to come to an end. But with the table that he had after a good break, that was
that's a big,
kind of
big
an
fail.
unforced error.
Yeah, and he's
Big
made,
let off for Spectredawn there too.
He's made too many of them tonight, Bedhead. Fair enough, he got back into the match, but that's where it's been costly, especially at that critical time.
Well, we've got a race to 2.
About to be in the hill. I'd given him the rack there. I'd called it and given him the rack. And
slight advantage here, Spectredawn,
your
because
fault.
he's got the break. And there's
9 balls gone. Or was it the 1? No, it's the 1.
1 ball.
And he's got a shot in the 2. And the 3 ball looks tight.
He's out.
He should be out.
I'll be the one to jinx him this time. If he can get on the 3 properly, I think he's out.
Well, he's got to watch he doesn't catch any of this or too much of this 5.
It's a little tricky here where the 7's sitting and the 4 goes in the pocket past the 5, but it's tight. I mean, this is critical. He gets pretty straight on this.
And he's fine in the 3, but he's got to get a hold of the cue ball. This is a critical one.
I don't think he wanted to get straight. He wanted this.
He just needs to get past the side pocket, and he's fine.
Yep. Through between the 7 and the 8, past the side.
Now that shot's harder in VP. I can draw that. It's harder to break that angle in VP than it is in real life. I can break that angle and draw that back on a much, much steeper angle in real life than you can in VP.
Now, he's got to play the 6 long, so this is just a little chip back. No, he's spinning this for right English. Where's he going into the...
He's just trying to get the... Yeah, and that's good.
We'll
a little draw will bump the 8 out of the way.
Yeah, bump it out of the way.
You just got to hit this with a little more draw than you normally do, because the 8 will slow the cue ball down a little.
Yeah, and you want to make sure you don't just stay behind the 8 with the cue ball. You got to draw it back enough.
Yeah, he's going to go forward.
I would not.
No, I don't like that so much. I would much rather hold off this. I think he's maybe worried about
I think he's going to draw it.
Is he? I think he's worried about stunning this in and holding it rather than... I think that's why he's bailing out.
I would always draw this, although I will say that going forward, it's easier to pocket the 6 ball.
Yeah, I mean,
if you're worried about hitting the rail and it not going in, going forward makes it easier. You're not going to get on the 7 as good, but it does make the 6 easier to go in the hole. So
I think you've hit the nail on the head there, Steve. I think that's what he's worried about. See, he's worried about stunning that and then holding it. Now he's left himself the cut.
Well, I mean, he was going to have a harder shot on the 7 going forward.
In fact, he's left the cut.
This is a horrible shot.
He's got to get a hold of this cue ball as well to avoid the scratch.
Yeah. Well, he didn't need to go forward as much as he did, but this is what he's got. He was always going to have a cut back on the 7 doing that shot.
And he's played that well.
Yeah, good recovery.
But I've been in that situation before where, it's a choice thing. It's like, am I going to make sure I pocket the 6 ball or am I going to make sure I get good on the 7? And it's he chose to make sure that the 6 went in. I'm not going to say that was the wrong thing to do, but I mean, you can screw it up either way.
Well, it's fine as long as you do what you just did and dealt with the tricky pot and avoid the scratch. I mean, as long as you can back it up and
this is a big break and run out here.
Well, this is
He's
where
on the hill and breaking, so this could be it. You may be prophetic here. That might have been Bedhead's last shot when he screwed up on the 4.
Oh yeah. After all that hard work and effort getting back into it, and he sold out in the end, it looks like. Well, it could still change, but we'll see if Spectredawn's break can hold out again.
Oh shit, I lost the volume on you guys. Hope I wasn't talking over you.
I can hear you, Steve.
Oh no, I lost the volume on you guys. I couldn't hear you guys. I'm thinking, why are they so quiet?
I was just keeping my mouth shut and letting the tension hang thick in the air here.
Well, 8 balls gone, and this could be all
tricky.
over. It could be all over if he plays the draw. He'll leave a 2-9 combo here.
This is tricky here.
No.
This is tricky here. I mean, this is
Yeah.
A combo is horrible.
Commentator's eye, 2-9 combo. Watch this.
Combo is horrible.
If he's going to go forward, he can go forward and try to go past the 4 ball.
No, I think he can't get back. I think the scratch is on the side here, is it not?
No, he can miss the scratch if he wants to, but I don't think you want to play for that combo.
I don't like this.
You could go forward and pass the 4 and try to run into 3, or go actually to the end rail and out. You know, you hit this with kind of a little stun follow and left English. You can go around those balls and shoot the 2 up table. Let's see what he's going to decide to do.
Well, you should watch
this
his shot clock
extension is not very long, so.
Yeah, this is a tough situation. I mean, he's going to have to come with a shot.
He's trying your idea, Steve. He's got the left English on it.
Yeah.
And he's got the... Oh, he's had a bump. Another bump. And... Oh.
I think he can shoot in the corner.
Oh,
yeah, the corner, yes, not the side.
Well, he could tweak this and still cut it in the side.
Yeah, but the problem is
then the cue ball's going to be nowhere near the 3.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna end up getting hooked. He's gonna hit this in the corner and probably try to come across and then go back towards the 9. Oh, he hit the 4. Oh, that could be good.
Yeah,
that's gonna end up real nice.
Huge hit in the 4 there. He's sitting plump. Little drop through, 4 into the side.
Got this 5-6 issue to deal with again.
Well, I think if he gets good before, he'll just hit the 5 the other pocket or round behind it into the side.
Yeah, follow 1 rail toward the 7 for the 5 here, I think.
So it's looking like what's going to end up happening is Bedhead is going to rue his poor start, because if he would have played the whole match the way he played towards the end,
well,
this might be a different story.
Yeah,
it's a little tricky with the 9 ball. The 9 ball is right where he would normally want to hit the rail on this shot, so I'm not sure what path he's taking.
He'll probably try to stay above it.
Okay.
Oh, good shot.
Yeah. All right, that's it. No more problems.
Well, it seems many moons ago since Bedhead's last shot, but that was his last shot.
You did call it, Hugh.
Yeah,
it was costly in the end.
But you got to give Spectredawn credit for being in a tight match with other guys really fired at you and coming back and finishing this off. I mean, that was impressive.
Well done to Spectredawn. But those, as you said, Steve, those costly errors early on, and then that costly one that he made there towards the end when he should have been breaking for the match, that's what done him.
It's hard to be ready to play where you come out and play good right off the bat. I mean, sometimes it doesn't happen, and I think that's what happened to Bedhead tonight, and it cost him the match.
So, Matt, if he's still there, he now knows that he's going to have to face up to Spectredawn and take him down to get through to this one loss side final and either play Albinario or Cobra. That's where it stands there. If we look, we're going to have a quick look at the stats for this match. Let's have a quick look. Spectre. Another reminder as well, we're 2 days away from the, what the hell's happened here? The Cowboy World Championships.
Spelling problem was what happened.
Right, there we go. Oh, shit. Right, and Bedhead. Right, let's have a look. Break stats. Well, the breaks were actually pretty good. You look at that. Both of them, Spectredawn slightly better. Runouts from the break 5 for Spectredawn, 4 for Bedhead. Rack's high run was just 2. Moneyball shot, etc. So, I mean, it was actually reasonably close.
It was a well-played match. I mean, the difference was just Bedhead's slow start.
Yeah, well, he knows where he lost it. In fact, he lost the match twice when you think about it. You know, he lost it early on when he started losing those racks and making those mistakes, and then he had the match in his grasp. It was all in his control, and that final unforced error was it. That was it all over.
He made a position mistake on the 4, and he was still, you know, he still wasn't out of it, and then he didn't execute the shot that he shot on the 4, and you know, it was. Sometimes you can get away with one mistake. Back to back's usually fatal.
So many as that we've got, and I can't take 11 away from 32. Is that 20, 23 we'll get in, or 22 we'll get in, 21? Is that right?
It's 21.
Right. So there's still spots available. The bracket will go live UK time. That is 11 PM on Wednesday. So these are the players that are in. We've got Bankster, Jim, Casino Jim, Chico. Now,
where's Hairpig? I don't see Hairpig. Hairpig, you're not in this thing?
I still say anybody playing Chico has to get to 90 long before he does to have a chance to beat him. Cobra, Coldest Pillow, Fast Eddie, Interchange X, Jose, Kenway, Larry, Linus, LS3, Matt, Poolaholic, Progressive Pool, Stubb, Sergresh. Where's Stubb been for the last few days? Tam, Woody, and whatever that guy's name is. So those are all the players that are in. So there's still spots available. There still might be one or two. I think I'll jump in at the last minute.
Right. Yeah, we'll probably get one or two more.
So the only match left now is the hot seat match, which is on Sunday afternoon if you're stateside, which is 2 PM Eastern, 11 AM Pacific, 7 PM British Summer Time, race to 19. The usual suspects, shall we say, Albinario and Cobra going at it.
Suspects.
So I'll be there for that, and I hope you can join us.
Yeah, I'll probably be there for that. I'll try to be there for that. I don't know why I wouldn't be.
Right, guys, it's off to get a cup of coffee. And
so let's see, is Memorial Day next Monday?
It is.
Yeah.
What happens in Memorial Day again?
Oh, it's a
barbecues everywhere.
Here. It's basically barbecues.
It's just another excuse for eating and drinking, right? That's all we need to know. A bit like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's a little different than Thanksgiving, but
it's just another
sorta.
It's just another excuse to eat. Yeah, I mean that's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You know, it doesn't have to be Memorial Day, just every day. As long as you've got the weather for it. Right, well, I will bid you good evening. Thank you to Hairpig. Thanks to Steve for dropping by. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Well, better luck next time, Bedhead. And Spectredawn marches on. Is he heading on to his first major title? There might be one or two players still going to have a say in it. So we'll look forward to it. It's all going to be good. You're not going to have a crap match with what's left in it now. So hope you can join us for the next matches. So until we meet again, good night and take care. We'll see you soon.
Good night.
See you later, guys.